Rural communities in southern New Mexico often find themselves with few options for internet service, and for residents, this can create significant barriers to essential services and opportunities. Sandra Scanova lives in Mesquite with her husband and nephew. She says that no matter the service provider, getting reliable internet is virtually impossible.
Sometimes, like during the school year where my nephew is doing homework or tutoring on his computer and I'm still working, we can't do both. Or right now, like in the summer, when he has some time off, he'll try to play video games while I'm working, and we can't do that either.
Sandra's internet service provider advertises download speeds in Mesquite to be up to 10 megabits per second, but her speed is often much worse than that. And with her lifestyle of working from home and caring for her family, she says she would welcome infrastructure projects, but does not know where to start.
Okay, how do we go about it? Like, how do we do it? Like, how do we get those resources how do I bring those resources into my home, into my community? Not just like, okay, there's gonna be a meeting. Oh, okay, well, what else do I do, you know?
To help solve the issue of outreach, Borderplex Connect, a coalition of several entities, was awarded $300,000 through the federal government's Affordable Connectivity Program to help connect borderland communities. Daisy Maldonado, director of the Empowerment Congress and board member of Borderplex Connect, said that outreach is just the beginning of solving the issue of connectivity.
We understand that both the state and the federal, even the county government, have often ignored these communities, but there's a solution here. Let's just keep trying, and not give up. And it might take a little while, but through our collective power, we can actually move and change things at the local level, at the state level, and even at the federal level.
Roughly 20% of New Mexicans don't have access to a reliable internet connection. And for people living in rural communities, that can be a hindrance to everyday life. To address this, the state appointed Kelly Schlegel as the first director of the Office of Broadband Access and Expansion. The office recently secured $675 million in federal funding meant to enhance connectivity in underserved areas.
This is what we need to do for our children. The economic development, the opportunities for schooling, the communities keeping their children engaged and wanting to stay there and not leave for another state. Those things can't be measured in dollars.
Schlegel's office has been tasked to lead the effort to connect communities that may not be commercially viable.
We can collaborate, we can point to the tools, we can coach, we can make sure the puzzle pieces are coming together, but we need you and your community to form a broadband team with a broadband action leader. I wish they could have a paid one in every community, but sometimes it takes a volunteer.
These efforts have already been underway in the border city of Sunland Park, where a group called Mamacitas Cibernéticas conducted a survey to gauge digital needs of the community. The group was awarded around $15,000 from the city's American Rescue Plan Act funds to conduct the report. Maria Chaparro, community representative for the group, said it's now up to the city to take action.
What I would like the city of Sunland Park to do is be the leader and galvanize and pressure the other resources here, like Empowerment Congress, like Gadsden Independent School District, to form a coalition, to pull resources together, to make a plan to get these monies that are coming down from these broadband initiatives and implement digital literacy services. And it's all outlined in how they can do that in this report.
According to their report, 92% of individuals surveyed considered lack of skills as the biggest barrier to their use of the internet, and only about 9% of those surveyed knew where to go to find technical support for personal devices when they need it. Chaparro said that she hopes the city can secure federal funds passed down to the New Mexico Office of Broadband Access and Expansion.
We did a lot of groundwork for them, so I want them to follow through. You saw how many community people were present. They're waiting. They are willing and able to participate in these services, but now they're waiting.
For Javier Perea, mayor of Sunland Park, the work that Mamacitas Cibernéticas did is a step in the right direction.
We have to start somewhere, and I think this provides an opportunity, a sampling of what exists across the entire county within this, this area. And if we work together, we can bridge these gaps that exist with the need for education, broadband access, and anything that comes with that. Any infrastructure dollars that we can tap into, we try and reach those dollars. But again, there's a component of matching dollars as well that have to be put up by municipalities or government entities. So these are dollars that we have to pursue in a measured basis.
Before the end of the year, the state will submit a plan to the federal government detailing how the funds will be deployed around the state. In the meantime, advocates in rural communities say they'll continue to broadcast their need for broadband speeds as they wait for action from local, state, and federal programs. For KRWG Public Media, I'm Johnny Coker.